which we're not necessarily going to have time for today. But the more advanced method is called tabling. Now tabling is where I would take, after this gets to the temperature I need, and I'll start putting this in. And I do like the clip, by the way, so I don't have to hold it. Okay. Tabling is where I'm using marble or granite slab, okay, and I'm placing a third to half of the amount of the melted chocolate at the right temperature onto this cool surface, and I'm mixing it around and mixing it around. And what I'm doing is I'm not only cooling it, but I'm trying to realign those crystalline structures in there. And it's very important, and you have to work very fast, and you have to really know what you're doing. So I like people to master this first, and then move on to the tabling. But you will see a lot of chefs do that. They like the control of that, and it comes out really nicely.
That's right.
Plus,
at the end, or is that to cool
so that's
down?
the second stage. Plus, can you imagine how much more you can do on a table than in a small bowl? So it's not as limiting. You're limited to the size of the amount of product you can do by using this bowl. So I'm at 100 degrees right now. 102 is going pretty fast. I'm going to take it off of here. Now you notice that I have not melted all of this chocolate yet, right? But what did I tell you was going to happen? It's going to continue cooking. So even if I have to keep going back and forth, I'm okay with that. I'd rather do that than go over. Okay? So I still have a lot of chunks in here, but you'd be amazed how quickly that melts out just by mixing it. Now part of, ideally the bowls without the lip, when you have this little thing here, well, if you have a lot more chocolate, it's easier too. So consider that when you're buying stainless bowls too.
If you were doing the seeded method, couldn't you just have a few of them as just all chopped up?
You can, absolutely. Or you can grind them in the food processor. Totally. But look at how much more that just melted by me taking it off and stirring it. So agitation is very important.
107 too.
Exactly. So it went up 5 degrees just by sitting right here and doing that. So that's what I'm warning you for next time, is that you need to take it off way sooner and do this and start stirring and letting it melt, then maybe put it on for another 2 degrees if it needs it, okay? From experience,
So you
I have gone over so many times by thinking that I was going to be okay, and then I take it off and it like shoots up 5 degrees.
What happens if it's too hot?
Then it's too hot, so the structures are all out of alignment, and you have to cool down and then heat it back up again.
So you wouldn't put it
It
on.
will burn if you get it hot enough, and you will burn the chocolate, and you can't use that anymore. It's terrible.
You wouldn't put it on, say, like a towel or a moist towel, like
A wet towel.
Okay, so I want to try and keep, again, moisture away from any of my stuff.
even on the bowl.
I will tell you, yeah, even on the bowl. So now I'm at 105, and I'm almost melted, but I still have a little bit more, so now I'm going to go back on. So I gave it ample time to